The Dolphins lose to the Indianapolis Colts 33-8. Is there trouble in Miami? There's most definitely trouble in Miami. And there's been whisperings all year, really heading into this season, that, this could be McDaniel's last year. He is the favorite to be fired first, according to the books. I mean, this team really did not have a great year last year. I know Tua was hurt, and that made things, not go their way. But even the year before that, again, they're a high-flying offense. They were at least known for that. But once they get in a big spot in the playoffs or they're in cold weather, it just doesn't go their way. And they've been labeled as a mentally soft team. The defenders a couple years ago did not accept Vic Fangio as their defensive coordinator. He leaves and then goes to Philadelphia. They instantly win a Super Bowl. It just seems like there's been a lot with this team, both, again, on the offense and the defensive side of the football. And you saw that yesterday all in one. It was just pure BTA by Indy. And I'm just going to list you off some stats here. It's just going to get really ugly, so brace yourself. But my God, it was just domination by Indianapolis. So when we look at the Colts on offense, the Colts ran 70 plays to Miami's 46. Indy had a total of 418 yards. Miami had a total of only 211. Indy had 27 first downs. Miami had only 12. And when you look at the time of possession for Indy, 38 minutes, 43 seconds to Miami's 20 minutes, 43 seconds. That's just brutal. That's brutal, and there's no other way to say that. That isn't just domination. I mean, they just obviously were holding onto the ball way longer. We're having way more sustained drives, obviously scoring more than Miami as well. It just doesn't get worse than that. And again, when you look at those stats, those fall on both the offense and the defense, like I wanted to start the video with. It's been something with this entire team. It's not just one unit. It's the entire team that has been off. And like I said, you saw it yesterday. I mean, Indianapolis just they were just scoring at will at one point. They were scoring at will, and Tua didn't help them at all, which I will get into after this. It was just such an ugly game, and I really do wonder what was Miami's game plan going in, because there's no way that they thought it was going to be that bad in Indy. Again, this is Daniel Jones' first start with the Colts as well. Like, it's not like you're going against some elite talent. Again, if you get Daniel Jones in a decent system, which I think he could be in one, depending on how things go with Indianapolis this year, we'll see. But it's not like this guy's an elite quarterback. I don't think anyone on Miami's staff thought it was going to be that bad, but holy, it was bad. Jones lit that defense up. He went 22 for 29, 272, and a touchdown. But then when you look at Tua, it's just complete night and day. Awful day for Tua. Tua was 14 for 23, only 114 yards, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. It was just ugly. And you could see it clear as day early as well, because that's when the picks came. It just didn't look like Tua really felt comfortable out there. I don't know exactly what looks Indy was giving him. I haven't looked at the film. But, man, it just looked like he was lost. I was reading some stuff today that some people are saying, when you get rid of that first read for Tua, he pretty much panics. And, I mean, at least right now from what we're seeing, yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing, because this guy he just was making bad decisions yesterday. He was getting hit as well in the pocket. It was just bad. It was ugly. And, again, I feel bad for Tua because he seems like a really good guy. But, man, this guy just loves turning the football over. He's allergic to it almost. And, again, when you put your team down 3 turnovers, a lot of them coming early in the game as well, it's hard to really bounce back from that. And that's why I really do, in a way, feel bad for McDaniels, because it's like, okay, dude, you can try to coach as well as you want and set up a good game plan, da-da-da-da-da. But when your quarterback is going to turn the ball over 3 times, almost every single team, regardless of who is coaching and the rest of that roster, is going to lose that game. So I do have some sympathy for him, but at the same time, a lot of this also falls on him as well. And that was my final point for this video is, do we think McDaniels is even going to survive this season? Again, with the narrative with him completely changing. I mean, he used to be a media darling. And now it's completely flipped. He has not gotten this team to even a playoff win yet. I don't see how they win their division. Buffalo's already showing that they're still a powerhouse. I mean, they just beat the Ravens in a dramatic fashion last night. New England's at least trying to build something. They're young, though. The Jets, we'll see. But there's a good chance Miami could finish last in this division. It really could be that bad. And again, I don't see how this guy just doesn't get fired. It's week 1. It's early. but there is absolutely no signs that this guy has a pulse on his team. He doesn't seem to have a pulse on the team. He doesn't seem to really just have any type of pulse on them. And it just doesn't seem like either they're responding to what he's doing. I'm not sure, but it just doesn't seem like things are clicking for Miami. And again, that's one of the stories we're going to have to monitor this year. How do they dig themselves out of this hole if they even can? Because again, as I repeated earlier in the video, last year was ugly. Yes, you were down 2-0, but it was still really ugly. But even the year prior to that, when they were supposed to be good, they still can't beat good teams. They can't beat good teams, and they definitely can't beat them in the road on the playoffs in a cold environment, which is realistically what you're going to have to do unless you want to win your division, which, let's be honest, you're not winning your division. So you're going to have to play on the road if you're Miami and you want to get in the playoffs. It's just going to be rough. I don't see how this goes much longer for Daniels, but again, based off of this performance and the context for the last couple of years, if they start ugly, I really could see him getting fired early. And you still have some stuff, dealing with Tyreek. He didn't really have the best ending to last season when it comes to his character in the locker room. I'm curious to see how that's going to go. You could see he was visibly frustrated on the sidelines yesterday. It just looks so ugly right now in Miami, and this team just continues to find ways to struggle every single year. I've never seen them be an elite team. I've seen them be okay at times, but they've really never been a dominant team. They've never been an elite team. And I just think, at least, again, based off of this first week and just how everything was going into the season, I don't see much changing in Miami this year. Let me know your thoughts down below on the Dolphins. Does McDaniel survive this year? Can they get better? Can they bounce back? Let me know. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. If you like my content as well, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, check me out on TikTok. I will have that in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.